Hi there, Cranker here. Let me point this out. Minecraft is so freaking easy. Unless you do something incredibly stupid or play multiplayer, there's a good chance that you'll never die, ever. Here's where RLCraft comes in. This mod pack is ridiculously difficult. The creator of this mod pack made sure that everyone who play this game will die at least 50 million times, and he really accomplished it. Today, I have played about an hour of this literal hell, and I got to say, things got a little bit scary here and there. Alright, enough said, let's dive right in. Yeah, I am quickly running out of my garbage spawn, since there's body temperature mechanics in RLCraft. That means if I settle here, I will freeze to death like an idiot. After that rough start, I soon found warmer biomes. However, things go wrong. I soon encountered an extremely dangerous invisible baby zombie out in the wild, which can pull me towards it and shoot fireballs. You don't want to get shot by anything, otherwise you'll die instantly. So I knew I had to make a run for it. Phew, that was close. But that ain't the only close call in this video. In fact, I almost died like 50 times during my time in RLCraft. I like eating those berries. As you might have already known, there's a thirst mechanic in this game, which means that I have to drink often. Luckily, these berries do a good job at quenching my thirst safely. Let me put a huge emphasis on the word, safely. Time to actually get tools and weapons, which are a must-have if you want to survive in RLCraft. However, you don't start by punching a tree. You must get flint from gravel and smash them into a hard surface for flint tools, which can be used to get wood. Getting the sticks required for these tools in RLCraft is actually very easy. Just walk up to a tree and break the leaves and you'll be good. The first thing to do to your flint shards is craft a flint knife, which you'll need to get plant fiber from the tall grass for strings, which is needed for a flint hatchet. After all of the hassle, I was now able to cut down a tree. However though, something pretty nasty happened. Yeah, dangerous things can spawn out of nowhere for doing the most basic stuff like cutting down the tree. Luckily, this one was pretty easy to deal with, so I wasn't close to dying here. Man, my flint knife was just useless. It barely done any damage to that mob. After getting some wood and sticks, it was time to finally craft wooden tools. Oh yeah, there's this quality mechanic that adds variety to the stuff you create in RLCraft. Sometimes, your tool will have a quality attribute that either makes it better or worse, or both, as you can see here. I like this feature, since it adds more variety to the game and makes the game feel more alive. Wooden tools are not great, so it is time for an easy upgrade. Getting stone tools in RLCraft can be a terrifying experience, since you'll need to mine stone. Mining stone in RLCraft is risky, since dangerous monsters can spawn out of them and kill you in like 2 hits. Be careful. Oh yeah, before you can create stone tools, you'll need to combine the rocks you got from mining the stone, so that you could create cobblestone. I also like this feature, since it makes sense and makes the game feel more realistic. Phew, that's a lot of hard work. Now it is time to drink some. Yeah, don't ever drink the dirty water where the sea animals used to go potty, otherwise you'll get something like parasites. Since it is almost nighttime, I searched for a house that can keep me safe. Going out at night in RLCraft is a one-way ticket to encountering extremely dangerous mobs like that zombie I have encountered earlier and dying a billion times, and I don't want to die, since the game just straight off bully me. Alright, this video is actually kind of boring so far, so I'm going to go rapid fire from here and out. I decided to go exploring for the sake of finding something interesting. Nearby, I found a group of houses with one of them containing some decent loot. It's just too bad that I was not skilled enough to use them. I would need to gain experience points to level up my skills if I wanted to use something good. Other than that, There was very little stuff around my house, other than this big structure I found at shore. Inside this building, I found a lot of foliage and trees, and nothing else. This was rather surprising since I expected some giant monster to pop out of nowhere and kill me in one hit. The only loot I found was brewing supplies for potions. But I was not skilled enough to be able to use the brewing stand, so they were for the most part useless. There was nothing at the floor of this structure. Just some nice looking grass and stuff. After leaving that place, I soon encountered an incredibly dull structure with mostly garbage loot. I also got a lot of string that I could use for bandages, another must-have if you want to survive this mod pack. After a pretty boring exploration, I decided to open up the quest menu and check out what is in store. The only thing this feature offers are cosmetics, and some of them look very cool. Since I really wanted substance for this video, I decided to explore more. I went into the ocean, since there's a ship with some pirates hanging out on it and an underwater structure with some stuff. I didn't really find anything valuable in that structure, so I eventually left it and went back to keep out of the pirates, however. Right after I got on the boat, sea monsters started chasing me, leading me to leave my boat on the water so that I wouldn't get eaten or anything. I started exploring some more, but that's when I encountered that dangerous baby zombie again. It was honestly pretty scary, since I kept getting pulled back towards it. However, I managed to escape. Also, it was getting dark again, so I decided to go home and call it a day. The next day, I went exploring again. This time, I climbed up a mountain so that I could kill some cows for leather. However, things went wrong. Yeah, I noticed the boss health bar at the top of my screen. But I didn't really get what that represented. Out of nowhere, I encountered a really dangerous monster in the sky, and I knew I had to make a run for it. Overall, I somehow survived, but all of my bottom parts were seriously injured, and I was pretty close to dying. After a bunch of walking, I found a set of structures which could contain nice loot. I started with this one, which appeared to be abandoned. I thought it was dangerous, but I later learned that absolutely nothing was there, so it was pretty much safe. Since the sun was about to set, I decided to sleep near the structure for the night. Little did I know, I was in for a wild ride. Suddenly, a ghost just popped out of my bed and started to attack me, so I fought back, for at least a bit. Here's a little spoiler, this was the closest point to me dying in RL Craft in my time playing it. Will I make it through this one, folks? After realizing that fighting wasn't going to be a great decision, I decided to run for my life and hopefully make it through this one. The worst part was that I had insomnia, which meant that I couldn't sleep. This meant that I had to deal with 1 minute of a night in RL Craft, which means more death opportunities. Believe it or not, I actually managed to survive this one, folks, which meant that I didn't die at all during my time playing. However, when I was trying to return home, I ran into a really nasty bug. In RLcraft, there's such thing as sirens, and regardless if you are taken or not, you'll somewhat fall in love with these so-called mermaids and chase them down. Even though I didn't see them, I somehow fell in love with them and started pursuing, but my game soft-locked, forcing me to cheat a bit.
Mr. Pranker, how dare you cheat in RLcraft? RLcraft is best played without cheating, and the cheating defeats the entire purpose of playing RLcraft. You should now delete your hacking channel and reevaluate your life decisions. Absolute goofball.
Guys, calm the frick down. Do you just want me to just stand there for the rest of my life, or you want me to not have to deal with this bug and move on? For me, I think I'll choose the latter. But regardless, that wraps up RLcraft for this video. I'm sorry I didn't die or anything, but I promise a part 2 where I actually die a billion times and possibly lose my stuff. Alright, with that said, check out my other videos from this channel.